Hello and welcome to your Prep Step video entitled Your Piano Basics, It's Just Patterns. In this video, we are going to demystify your piano. It's simpler than you might think. Sometimes beginners feel intimidated or overwhelmed before they've had their first lesson because they see 88 different keys and they wonder, how am I going to learn all of these notes? They all sound different. But the good news is we're going to learn in this video that it's just actually simple patterns that repeat. So let's look down at your piano keys. Each key is also called a note, and each note has a different sound. If you play the keys on the right of the piano, they sound higher and tinkly and lighter. And the keys down towards the left sound lower, deeper, heavier. If you play notes heading towards the right, then they sound like they're getting higher or rising. And if you play notes down towards the left, they sound like they're getting lower and deepening. So when we play towards the left, we call it going down the piano, and when we play towards the right, we call it going up the piano. So now what do you notice about your black key groups? You probably said you noticed a pattern of sets of 2, then 3, 2, then 3, all the way across the piano. And if you have a single note down here at the very left of your piano or keyboard, then just ignore that for now. We're just going to focus on the patterns of 2, then 3 black notes. The black notes actually help us find the names of the white notes that we'll be using for stages 1 and 2. And then in stage 3 is when we will introduce the black notes. The white notes are named using letters of the alphabet. But the good news is it's only a very short alphabet. It's just the first 7 letters. So the fastest way to find the name of each white note is to find the group of only 2 black notes. And then this note in between the 2 black notes is called the D. And we call it the D's in the doghouse. So I have these fun little dogs. You can see I'm going to put them in the middle of the 2 black notes. D is in the doghouse. So that way you could go through your piano and play all of the notes inside the 2 black notes, D, 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 and they're all going to be Ds. So a common mistake is people will think these notes inside the 3 black notes are doghouses. No, they're not. It's only in between the set of 2 that's a D. So these ones we actually call parking spots for my younger students. We call them the side-by-side parking spots. So I'm putting these little micro machines in as a visual just so you can remember those are not doghouses, those are parking spots. Finding all the D's in the doghouse actually can help you find every other letter name on the whole piano, because just like we read from going left to right, all you have to do is start at one of your D's in the doghouse and then go through the short alphabet left to right. So after D in the alphabet, what comes next? Your E, then F, G, and then do we go to H? I tried to fool you, but of course we don't. We go back to A because there's only the first 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D. We're back to the D in the doghouse. E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Back to D in the doghouse. So right now I invite you to pause the video and just physically go through touching the notes and playing them and saying the letter names, because sometimes doing it really gets it in your head. And now I wanted to share something with you that's pretty cool. It's not something you need to memorize for now, but did you notice just like all the D's in the doghouse have a pattern all the way across the piano, then that means every other letter has a pattern as well, because that means E's are always on the right-hand side of the 2 black notes, E's. F's are always going to be on the very left of the 3 black notes, F's. G's we call the first parking spot, because remember within the 3 black notes, these 2 notes we call parking spots, because that's a visual way to remember. These are all G's. The A's we call the second parking spot. And then B's of course are on the right of the 3 black notes. And then we're back to the C's. So that is a really cool pattern that you can notice all the way across the piano. You can see that it's not all these different notes to memorize, but it's just these same notes that repeat over and over all the way across your piano. In stage 1, you actually won't even have to memorize or count your way up to any of the letters. You'll have some helpful visual guide strips that we can set right on your piano to help you go exactly where you need to go and play exactly what you need to play. And you can use the strips as long as you want, as long as they're making things comfortable for you. I have no doubt that over time, if you do enough reps, you'll naturally be memorizing your letter names and your finger numbers. But for now, the guide strips will really help make it easier for you and help you have a quick win at the piano in stage one.